Federal government encourages more training of civil servants for efficient service delivery. Organized labor to hold one-day nationwide protest over insecurity and ASU strike. House of Representatives plan separate contributory pension scheme for National Assembly. On business, Nigeria displays commitment to honor debt obligations, redeems $300 million diaspora bond. International scene, Russia quits Snake Island, weakening blockade of Ukraine ports. And in sports, Barcelona gets financial boost after TV rights sale. Hello and welcome to SVTV Newsroom. I am Umukuthum Muhammad with news details. The federal government on Thursday emphasized on the importance of training and retraining of civil servants, especially through public-private partnership for efficient service delivery. The Secretary to the Government of the Federation, Boss Mustafa, made the call at the workshop and fellowship induction of Integrated Institute of Professional Management in Abuja. For more on the report, Zainab Abdulwasiu.
Mr. Boss Mustafa said the workshop was a free advanced leadership development and fellowship induction for 100 participants in the category of directors, deputy directors and assistant directors of ministries, departments and agencies. He said the workshop, which was organized by the Institute, was tailored towards providing the participants with contemporary leadership quality, which would definitely produce measurable impact on economy. According to him, both the government and the private organization have realized that training offers is the only way of developing employee skills and capacity for better delivery of public services. He said the federal government was ready to collaborate with the Institute for effective service delivery, urging the participants to take the workshop serious for a better understanding of good management. I am Zainab Abdulwasiu reporting for Standard Voice Television.
The organized labor movement is planning to hold a protest on the state of the nation. The protest is to call the attention of the government to the country's deteriorating security situation, the lingering strike by the Economic Staff Union of Universities, and the unending energy crisis. Speaking at two separate conferences in Abuja, the president of the Nigeria Labour Congress, Mr. Ayuba Wabba, and the president of the National Union of Local Government Employees, Mr. Ambali Olatunji, decried the worsening security situation in the country and asked the government to act. The labor leaders also discussed other issues, including the ongoing constitution amendment, especially the aspect that touches on the autonomy of the local government and the judiciary. The National Hajj Commission of Nigeria has assured that no registered pilgrim for 2022 Hajj will be left in Nigeria at the end of the deadline for transportation of pilgrims. The Executive Chairman and Chief Executive Officer of the NAHCON, Alhaji Zikrullah Hassan, gave the assurance at the news briefing on the updates of the ongoing 2022 Hajj operations on Thursday in Abuja. Alhaji Hassan said the Commission will complete the transportation of the majority of pilgrims on July 3rd and finalize it by July 4th, the event of any other person left. He debunked insinuations in some quarters that not all Nigerian pilgrims will be transported to Saudi Arabia before the deadline for the closure of the Saudi airport. The NAHCON boss revealed that the Commission had transported about 22,000 Nigerian pilgrims to Saudi Arabia, adding that the Commission was hopefully concluding before the deadline set by the Saudi authorities. Nigeria and Portugal have expressed determination to take relations to a whole new level with concrete deliverables, emphasizing the need for stronger ties 46 years after the establishment of diplomatic relations. President Muhammadu Buhari gave the indication on Thursday in Lisbon at a joint press conference with President Marcelo Rebelo de Sousa of Portugal. President Muhammadu Buhari told newsmen after a one-on-one meeting with his Portuguese counterpart and an enlarged meeting between delegations that in spite of the existing cordial relations between the two countries, there was a need for greater collaboration. For more on the report, Rahama Ibrahim Dosara.
The President therefore declared that as many as 10 agreements and memoranda of understanding are being prepared for signing during her state visit to the European country. President Buhari thanked the Portuguese leader for the role his government played during his tenure as President of the European Union in securing EU and International Monetary Union financial support for Africa. The president highlighted that 2022 marks the 46th anniversary of the establishment of diplomatic relations between the two countries. He added that there will be a Nigeria-Portugal Business and Investment Forum with the participation of over 80 representatives from Nigerian public and private sector companies, agencies, and organizations. That's the report. Rahma Ibrahim Dosara, SVTV News.
President Muhammadu Buhari has restated his administration's resolve to conduct free and credible elections in 2023. He made the commitment on Wednesday during a meeting with representatives of Nigerians living in Portugal. President Muhammadu Buhari added that his government will give the Independent National Electoral Commission the free hand to conduct the exercise. For the details, Sumaya Dosara reports.
The president referred to governorship elections in Anambra and Ekiti State as proof that his administration has zero tolerance for interference in elections, maintaining that Nigerians should be allowed to vote for people of their choice. The president called on the diaspora to promote Nigerians' unity as he cautioned them against the use of social media to insult and incite others. According to him, while social media platforms have made great impact on several areas of life, they, however, have been used negatively. The Nigerian leader expressed happiness in the success of Nigerians abroad in several fields, noting that the country and many others have shown that their diaspora can be a veritable engine for growth and development. Sumaya Dosa reporting for SVTV News.
The House of Representatives has begun the process of pulling out the National Assembly from the contributory pension scheme under the administration of National Pension Commission. The House is to create a separate body to administer matters relating to pensions for workers in the Federal Parliament. Our correspondent Amina Kabir Sariki reports.
At the plenary on Thursday, the House passed for second reading the legislation titled A Bill for an Act to amend the Pension Reform Act 2014 to exclude or exempt the National Assembly Service from the contributory pension scheme and establish the National Assembly Service Pension Board. Chairman of the House Committee on National Planning and Economic Development, Olododo Cook, who sponsored the bill, said the proposal was to exempt the personnel of the National Assembly from the contributory pension scheme and to establish a National Assembly Service Pensions Board to be charged with the responsibility of administering the pension scheme for personnel of the service. I'm Minette Kabir Sarki reporting for SVTV News.
Zamfara State Governor Dr. Bello Muhammad Matawale has inaugurated 4 security-related committees. The committees are Special Committee on Intelligence Gathering on Banditry Activities, Management Committee on Operations of the Community Protection Guards, Committee on Prosecution of Banditry-Related Offences, and State Security Standing Committee. Governor Matawale maintained that the committees inaugurated will further boost the state government's efforts to combat the dreadful challenge in both the short and long run. The governor said the committee members were selected and appointed based on their track records of performances and expressed confidence that they will faithfully carry out their mandate to accomplish the intended goals. He pointed out that the state government and the entire security agencies in the state will support the committees to continuously work out strategies aimed at crushing the tide of banditry in all parts of the state. And on business, over to Amina Kabir Sarki.
Thank you, Kulsum. And on business updates. As a sign of commitment to promptly honor its debt obligations always, Nigeria has redeemed its $300 million diaspora bond, which matured on June 27th. This is according to a statement by the Debt Management Office, DMO, on its website. The DMO said the diaspora bond was issued on June 27, 2017 for a tenure of 5 years in the international capital markets. It added that the country had earlier redeemed $500 million Eurobond in 2021. It said proceeds of the diaspora bond were used partly to finance the deficit in 2027 budget. The DMO said The diaspora bond also created an opportunity for Nigerians in the diaspora to invest in their home country. That's all for business updates. I'm Aminat Kabir Sarki. Thanks for watching and keep watching Standard Voice Television.
Thank you, Amina. And now an international scene. Russian troops have abandoned their positions on a captured Ukrainian island, a major setback to their invasion effort that weakens their blockade of Ukraine's ports. The news from the Black Sea came as NATO leaders wrapped up their summit in Madrid with US President Joe Biden announcing $800 million in new weapons to help Ukraine fight off Russia's invasion. Russian President Vladimir Putin's Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov compared the new diplomatic low to the return of the Cold War. Snake Island became a symbol of Ukrainian resistance in the first days of the war when the Rocky Outcrops defenders told a Russian warship that called on them to surrender, an incident that spurred a defiant meme. It was also a strategic target, sitting aside shipping lanes near Ukraine's ports of Odessa. Russia had attempted to install missile and air defense batteries while under fire from drones. However, Ukraine has begun to receive longer-range missiles and artillery, and the Russian position on Snake Island seems to have become untenable. And in sports, FC Barcelona have given themselves a major financial boost that should see their salary cap increase significantly after selling 10% of their La Liga TV rights for the next 25 years to an investment firm. Last week, club president Joan Laporta promised to activate the levers that would ease FC Barcelona's financial concerns, and Thursday's announcement is the first such step. The deal sees FC Barcelona generate capital gains totaling €267 million, with Sixth Street partners making an initial investment of €207.5 million. The investment group will subsequently receive 10% of Barca's domestic TV rights revenue until 2047. Barca's need for a financial injection was urgent due to their financial year ending on June 30th. Their accounts at the end of Thursday would have impacted the salary cap for the upcoming season. Last year, Barca's financial woes saw their salary cap splashed by €280 million to just €97 million for the 2021-2022 campaign. And that's all we have in news updates for today, but before we go, a quick look at the major headlines. Federal government encourages more training of civil servants for efficient service delivery. Organized labor to hold one-day nationwide protest over insecurity and ASU strike. House of Representatives plan separate contributory pension scheme for National Assembly. On business, Nigeria displays commitment to honor debt obligations, redeems $300 million diaspora bond. International scene, Russia quits Snake Island, weakening blockade of Ukraine ports. And in sports, Barcelona gets financial boost after TV rights sale. That's the news, thank you. On behalf of the editorial crew, Head of News and Current Affairs Department, I am Umukuthum Muhammad saying thanks for watching. Keep watching Standard Voice Television.